Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you're listening to the Chip and Cern Show. Welcome to the hits.
Hits. We're on break.
What is it? Could be fucking summer break, winter, fall.
Look outside. At least you should know where we're at.
But basically, this is a compilation of some of our best, air quotes, the best that we have to offer for you. So sit back and enjoy.
Before we get started, Chip, I want to be the very best.
Huh?
Oh. Is this the
Hold on, this
song?
sounds familiar.
Oh. This is...
You want to be a Poke Master, Cerny?
I do. I want to catch them all.
As you, I'm sure, have seen or heard,
Oh, in the background.
the Pokemon Go is the epidemic that's coming around and has swept not only the United States, Australia, and Japan,
Yes.
but the entire Apple store, App Store,
Yeah.
surpassing 10 million downloads within its first week
Yeah.
of
first
being
week
out.
was, yeah. Between our
Swept.
friends,
Yeah.
I think Joe is our Pokemaster.
Joe, he's taken to this. Now, Cern and I work like desk jobs.
Yes.
So we're like the 9 to 5 at the computer all day, your 1 hour lunch thing or whatever,
I'm
right?
catching Pokemon on
On lunch break.
a lunch break. Relax my eyes, stretching my legs.
Right.
In the warehouse, catching Pokemon.
And I'll go and I'll take, like Cerny, I'll go take a walk down in San Francisco, catch some Pokemon, come back to work, then go Poke hunting at home.
Have it keep it on under the desk just in case.
You know, you never know when a Pikachu is going to come by. You got to get him. Got to get that son of a bitch.
On my desk.
Now, Joe has a very
Mobile.
unique job, very mobile job. He's going around driving.
Different accounts.
Different. I'll just repeat what Cerny says. But why do I do this all the time like a fucking idiot? 151 Pokemon. And then it started getting crazy. Like, okay, now there's 500. Yeah. And I kind of lost. That's when I tapped out of that. Plus, I was growing pubes and, playing baseball and trying to get Copenhagen in my hands, not trying to get the holographic Charizard. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to get laid, see some titties.
Yeah.
Touch some bush. And so
Those were the cards you were
Those were the cards I was going for. But they're smart enough to know that if you open it up and you hop in the car and you drive to work, it doesn't count that. Or if you're on your bicycle, it doesn't count that either. So you actually have to be walking.
So a certain speed. Of some
Yeah,
sort.
some threshold of speed. And another cool thing about it...
We have friends that have figured out the threshold.
Joe's sitting in his car just idling and rolling along the sidewalk, just cruising around, fucking trying to hatch these eggs instead of just walking, burn a couple LBs
Calling your
off.
ass out, Joe.
Right.
If the
It's
servers could just stay online.
They got server problems.
Lots of server problems. How many times? Every Saturday, I think it's down.
I wish we had these type of server problems.
Yeah.
Cern, there's too many downloads coming through. We've got to beef the servers up. Our servers are wide open.
Wide open. Wide open.
So this game is wildly popular. For example, I was driving to Cerny's house today, and in your neighborhood, in your whole big golf course neighborhood, I saw maybe 2, and we're talking driving. I'm driving around.
It's a strike on foot for those 2.
Now, this is in stark contrast to Chipper at his desk at work in San Francisco in the financial district I have 2 literally at my desk, 2 Pokestops that I can go back and forth all day getting all fucking Pokeballs. And then I've sent you screen caps. I like turn the view of my guy and he looks down and Cerny, what is it? As far as the eye can see, not only Pokestops, but just raining lures down. Yeah. It's just let's fucking. I'll post a
Pokemon.
We'll post it up in the show notes on chipandcernshow.com. The new episode. When you go in to look at the show notes, I'll throw a photo in there of what it's like from my desk.
It's amazing.
And Joe and Dana were like, "Damn, we need to make a trip out to the Bay to hang out with Chip." And because there's more. I don't know if there's more rare Pokemon in San Francisco, but I was looking. Yeah. CERN and I were comparing our Pokédexes.
Yep.
We had our cocks out, and we were comparing our Pokédexes.
Erect cocks.
Yeah, obviously, throbbing. And you had probably 7 to 10 that I hadn't even seen in San Francisco. And, I think I had 80 or 90 Pokemon.
I have 63.
You have 63 or something. But you have... it was probably 10 that I haven't even seen a Voltorb or whatever the fuck these guys are.
Lickitung and stuff.
Yeah.
It's there's definitely a difference. I think when I went to the Bay Area, I was like, holy shit, there's water Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now I live next to a lake, so I get some.
Okay. A lot of Squirtles over there.
There used to be Squirtles.
Okay.
Now, I noticed we went on a walk. And a lot of Pikachus. So obviously not water, but there's a lot of Pikachus. And
I've seen one Pikachu.
Oh, I've caught at least. I'm working on a Raichu.
Fuck. God damn it.
I'm working on a Raichu.
We need to go more hunting after this, Arnie.
No, we were.
Don't tempt me. This is where I think the company that has made this has been under some heat. Now, there's been how many app updates? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, about 3 or 4.
At first, when we first downloaded it, the fucking servers were getting...
Oh, they totally underestimated that.
They were getting fucked harder than... I don't know. Who was getting fucked hard in the 90s?
Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson's...
Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy Lee's big deep dick in her. This is the servers, the fucking Pokemon Go servers were catching a deep dick. It was... You couldn't walk. It was just fucked.
It was fucked.
And then a week later, they got a little better. As the updates come out, everyone's kind of hoping for, if me and CERN are here, we can battle each other.
Yeah.
And,
trade.
Hey, I'll trade you 5 Pokeballs for a revive or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Swap Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that.
That would be good. Like, link your Pokedex up. Hey, I can check out yours. I can build my scene number, whatever that means.
Remember the old Game Boys with the plugs?
Yeah. Was it? It was like a USB.
Yeah, it was like
plug, and you would like just plug it in. Yeah, which was hilarious. It was like Wi-Fi, but not hardwired.
Yeah.
Hardwired Fi.
This is old school.
It is. Game Boy. How much were those when the Game Boys came out? Like the fucking... I had one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm sure they were over 100, I would assume, right?
Had to be.
And then now, how much is a Game Boy? Do they even sell Game Boy?
I don't think they sell
fucking,
anymore.
Oh my God. Chip,
now, they sold... I saw they're coming out and... We're digressing, but...
It's okay.
They're coming out in the fall with a smaller, like a Nintendo and a Sega Genesis preloaded.
Wow.
With 30 games. Like the original games, like Zelda and Mario Brothers for Nintendo, and I think Sonic and all that.
Isn't that crazy? They have all these games on it, which you would have to have like a box.
Oh yeah,
to hold all this shit.
I did. Now those systems, I believe, are like $60.
Wow, that's pretty good. And it's probably the screens are fucking color, 3D. All this
it's
bullshit.
like something you plug into your TV. It's just like the original.
Oh,
but it's like a little system, but it's.
Well, that's pretty cool. I bought a couple of years ago. Remember when when we lived on Anza? I bought an N64 and we were playing like Mario Kart and GoldenEye and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, the original Game Boy was $89.99.
Oh, okay.
And for inflation, that's about $170. Released in Japan August 21st, '89, and in North America in July.
Ooh.
So $90 back in the 90s fuck. There's no fucking way my parents would have bought me this. I think we got it
Secondhand. Hand me down.
secondhand, 10th hand, Cerny. Like at a garage sale. I specifically remember Game Boy Color had
So
come
we're talking
out.
about 90, so it was like 99, 2000.
I remember I drove my car to the garage sale. No, I forgot. It must have been, let's say 95, so 5 years after.
Okay.
Game Boy Color, like Game Boy Slim came out when different Pokemon. You can buy the red
Remember
cassette.
when it was sweet when they had the Pokemon with the light where it lit up the background so you can actually see? And
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So you could see at night. Okay. It was, it was after these ones that come out.
Yeah.
And I think we got it for like $10 at a garage sale with some games.
Oh.
And me and my brother were fucking out of our minds. We were so happy that we got this. And then we begged our parents to go buy us, Madden 95 was one of the games that we got. So it must have been 1995. And
who was on the cover?
Madden.
Oh. As the coach of the Raiders.
Yeah. And I remember our parents going and they were like, hold on, the game is $40 or $30. And this is like timeout. And they,
Let's rethink that.
yeah, they're like, hold on, we made a huge mistake. Can we return this to the garage sale?
Get our money back.
Yeah. But somehow I think I bought or, we knew someone that had a couple of Game Boys or I bought it off of them secondhand. And they lost the cover on the back and the batteries would fall out. I'm like, I'm used to these type of problems.
Yeah.
I got some fucking tape.
Electrical tape.
We'll be fine here. And I think that's how I ended up playing that Pokemon game. I was throwing like Pidgeys. I fucking used all my Pokeballs on this like level 283 Pidgey. Fucking throwing hella raspberries at it. And then it'll like gray you out of raspberries once you've used a couple.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck this. And then I was like, I didn't have any Ultra Balls. I only had these. I didn't have any Great Balls. I only had Ultra Balls. I was like, I have to make a point to this Pidgey. I have to show him this motherfucker who's boss. Chipper's boss. Not you, Pidgey. Fucking broke out of it. I was almost
is this
checked
after
my
the
phone.
new update?
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently in Ohio or Idaho, which one is it? Ohio. People have claimed, one person has claimed to have caught the ice one, the ice bird.
Arcuno or whatever it is.
Yeah. And Cerny was telling me what happened, and I was out of my mind.
Yeah. And they caught him, and then...
It went viral. Like, it went all over the internet. It was fucking trending on Facebook.
So, and then actually, what is it? How do you pronounce this?
I think it's Niantic.
Niantic?
Let me see.
Pokemon creators. They wrote, we recently noticed a few legendary Pokemon got into a few accounts when they shouldn't have to preserve the game's integrity and measures of fairness. We have rectified the situation and revoked the legendary Pokemon from their trainer accounts. How would you feel about that?
Well, first of all, you're a slapdick for posting this all over. It's like
if you know you're not supposed to have it.
Yeah. And it's not out and no one has it.
It's like when to me it's like when those guys or someone finds like some gold or something sitting out when they're like on a walk.
Yeah.
Like gold coins or something. And then they announce like, I found this. And, and then the government goes, well, hold on a second.
Right.
That was from a bank robbery back in.
But yeah, this is fucking
Give it back.
Sundance and Butch Cassidy.
Yeah.
Niantic.
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 Okay. Niantic. So Niantic, that was a Niantic response. Was it maybe there was a glitch, got in some accounts, they were notified, took them away.
Yeah, it's like fucking hold on, DB Cooper dropped a big sack of money over my backyard. Let me call the like no.
Let me let everybody know. No. Just
now I wouldn't have said anything. I would have told Cerny.
Yeah.
And then I would have But then, we would have sent it to
would you take it to the gym and battle with it?
That's like if you had a 12-inch donger Would it be out in the locker room? You fucking goddamn it right it would be. I'd be at a family reunion and I had that thing hanging in my pants.
Would you fluff it first?
Oh, Chip's here. There's a big fucking dick on the table. Like, okay, we get it, Chip. Your fucking dick's huge. I'd just walk up. I'd go in Japantown and be like, got my rare-ass Pokemon right here.
Who wants to see it?
Right, who wants to see it? $5 entry fee. It's like when...
Let's go to a gym. Let's talk this out, guys.
That would be... I would have it up there and people would lose their shit, but then that would probably make it go viral.
Yeah.
Because people would screen cap it and then it would be sending all over. And,
Oh, yeah.
So it would be fun. It would be actually, I would want to battle someone in the gym, and if they saw that you were fighting them, and they're like, "Holy fuck, I'm the rare ass bird I'm fighting," that would be funny.
So we would be what, Zapdos?
I would be mad. We would get the Zapdos. In San Francisco, it's well known that there's a homeless sort of epidemic.
Yeah, there is.
Now, I don't know what do you subscribe to as far as beggars, homeless people with the signs, feed my family. What is your standard? Hey, man, you got a nickel, you got a dime, you got a quarter, you got $5. What's your usual response to this?
If I have spare change, I'll just toss it to them.
You toss them the change in your pocket.
Yes. Now, this goes back to the childhood days.
Okay.
Papa Cern used to always say, because he lived he's from San Francisco, so he learned.
He lived in like Bayview or Hunters Point, right?
Hunters Point, and then
like
it was
when it was
Burlingame.
hardcore.
Hardcore, yeah. Was it Roach's Alley? Anyway, he used to say, "Look at their shoes. If they have brand new shoes,
they're lying.
They're lying."
Oh, okay.
So he used to tell us that we'd go and people, anyway, go, "Hey, I'm starving. Look at the shoes. Those are brand new, pretty nice and white too."
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
But if let's say everything's equal, he dresses the part, I'll give my change and a couple bucks if I have it. Generally, I'm not a big cash person.
Yeah,
we were talking about.
I was going to say we don't fucking have any money on us.
If I have cash, for some reason it's like extra money. Even
now,
if it's just
Yeah. So in Northern California, how often are you getting asked of help? How often are you seeing a handout up here?
Oh,
once a month?
Where I live, 0% time.
Like, so we're talking once every couple months. You'll see.
If I go into downtown Sacramento, then I'll
okay.
get it.
Now, San Francisco,
daily,
3 times a week, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, that's maybe a conservative, depending on where I'm walking. But it's always, hey, man, you got a nickel, you got a dollar. Now, my personal thing is, I know I seem like a huge asshole, but I actually...
Loose or tight?
Depends. But I actually sometimes have a nice streak in me, and I do feel bad for certain people, and I do want to help them out.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
I'll go through a streak. I'm like, oh, fuck them. And then I'm like, oh, yeah.
So I usually will never give cash. Or never give any money. 1, because I don't have any cash. 2, because I think they're just going to spend it on stuff. There's been a couple times in my life to where they've said they're hungry, and they've been like standing next door to a sandwich shop, and I'll say, what do you want? And I'll go in, I'll buy them a fucking Subway, and I'll bring it to them.
Yeah.
This one guy, this is when I lived out on Anza and 20th, when you came out.
That's right.
He was by a Subway.
The big fat hobo.
There's that fat hobo who sits next to the same liquor store.
He was the fattest hobo. He was morbid.
He was morbidly obese, and he has a styrofoam, like the bottom part of a styrofoam thing on, and very meticulously has columns with all the pennies lined up. So he has like 5 pennies by 5 pennies.
Yeah.
And you try to give him change, and he will like, it will bother him. So I don't know what he does with it, but his huge fat hobo gut is hanging out, and he has his diabetes feet out as well, which bugged me. There's one homeless person.
Soon to be 1 foot.
Yeah. he will lose it. I'm surprised. I actually drove by like a week ago and he fucking was there. And I mean, how long has it been since we lived? 5-6 years? And it's the same homeless person
Same guy
there.
Now, he's such a swindler, probably does have like Medicare or something.
Yeah, he probably, and he's on his iPhone playing fucking Pokemon Go. But this one hobo, I specifically remember this, that he goes, "Hey man, I'm hungry. Can you get me something?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll go get you something in Subway. What do you want?" And he's like, "Turkey, blah, 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 lots of mayonnaise." And I remember thinking like, that's fucking disgusting. One, because I'm not a huge mayonnaise person.
Neither am I.
And I went in there and I ordered him a sandwich and I said lots of mayonnaise, and just watching them squirt the mayonnaise on made me a little sick. Yep. And it had the three, and not just the one, how the mustard, you know, when you squirt your mustard ketchup, it's one nozzle.
Every time I hear that,
It's like,
reminds me of that in Tommy Boy when David Spade said, "I can hear you get yourself get fatter."
yeah,
That's every time I hear the mayonnaise and see it, I'm like, I just think of that.
that makes sense.
Go on.
And I remember watching this triple nozzle mayonnaise squirt out. And I'm like, they're like, more? I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, it's not for
He
me.
needs the calories. And I,
or doesn't.
you know, $5 foot long or whatever it was. And I went and I said, "Here you go." And I gave him his foot long. And he said, thanks, man. I'm like, no problem.
Okay.
So I've tried to do that a few times. And then I usually won't give cash, because I've witnessed this of where the tourists, the fucking idiot tourists in San Francisco, they're like, "Oh, okay," and they bust a $5 out and they give a $5, which is pretty righteous bucks.
Okay.
To a homeless person,
I'm giving, if I even do the paper,
yeah,
nothing higher than a Washington.
just the Washington.
That's it. I'm not going any higher than that.
No Harriet Tubmans for them, Cerny. And
No. Not even a fucking Jefferson. Ooh.
I have seen, and I've witnessed this with my eyeballs more than once.
Okay.
Someone goes, "Okay," and they hand them a couple bucks, $2 or $3, and they go, "Hey, you don't have a 20?" I'm like, "Fucking time out,
Excuse me?
motherfucker! You're begging for money.
Am I getting
Someone's
the
giving you
BJ?
money.
What am I getting for this? For this 20.
You're out of your fucking gourd." I'd rip it out of their hands and I'd leave.
Yeah. Excuse me?
The other day I was coming home and I was at Mission and Van Ness, a very big intersection. And I pull up and there's a guy there and he has a sign. And in San Francisco, there's also a lot of clever signs going on.
There is. Usually, a lot of them like to hang out in front of the ballpark.
The ballpark
Giant
or
sign.
down by the mall.
Yeah,
It's a big
Market.
tourist. Yep, right on Market.
Yep.
And this guy's sign said, "Starvin' like Marvin." I'm like, okay. And a couple times my wife and I have been driving back from dinner and we've passed our leftovers off to a homeless person. Mm-hmm. And I said, "You know what? I should give this guy some food. Like, I'm very fortunate. I make a good living. I have a good house and blah, blah. I should give him some food."
Okay.
And I'm like, shit, I don't really have anything. Sometimes I'll have trail mix or something in my car so I can have something to snack on my long drives. And I was like, ooh, I started this habit of like putting Cliff bars and different like energy bars into my armrest.
Okay.
So I crack the armrest open. Sure enough, there's a Cliff bar there. And so I roll the window down and they come running over because they know. And I'm like, "Here you go, dude." And he goes, "No, thanks." Now,
I didn't know beggars could be choosers.
well, I was always told that, Cerny. Now, if he just said, "Anything helps, God bless," on his sign,
This counts as that. Does that count as anything?
okay. Maybe he's looking for money. The sign said, "Starvin', like Marvin." I don't know any Marvins, first of all.
Yeah.
But starvin' means you're hungry, right?
Sure. A Cliff bar sounds like it would
Now,
suffice.
I get it. It's 250 calories. If it was the, banana nut bread flavor or whatever. But it's fucking food.
Yeah.
Your sign said you were hungry. I gave you something to not fully complete your hunger situation, but get you some fucking food. You said no. Now, you're setting the whole hobo, homeless, vagabond situation back. by refusing food when your sign is asking for
Quote,
food.
starving like Marvin.
Right. And it set me off.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't yell at the guy. I just said, I gave him the fucking like the head tilt, the...
Huh?
What?
Okay.
Hold on, you just said that you were hungry. And then, yeah. Anyway, it would be like you going to the wife and like, I could really get a nut off right now. That'd be nice. She goes, well, I don't want to give you a blowjob, but I'll give you a hand job. It's all right.
No, good.
Like, hold on. You want to get a nut off. My wife and I were waiting in a iPhone pre-sale line once.
Yes.
We got there at 7:30 in the morning on Market Street at the AT&T, like the flagship AT&T store.
I remember he does, yeah.
And we're like, okay, the fucking iPhone, like, I had
It was like for the 4, I think. Right?
Yeah, it was some iPhone 3. I had my boner was out of my shorts, but I'm like, I drugged the wife. We fucking went down there at 5:30 in the morning. We were waiting in line. A hobo came by, and he was so enamored with my wife that he's like, I got a bottle of wine here. Like someone had gave him wine, or he had got wine, and it had the cork. Like he had been nipping off of it, and had the cork in it, and he gave it to my wife. He's like, you're so beautiful or whatever. Like you should have this.
Wow. With you standing right there?
Yeah, and I'm sitting right next to her on the ground. And
No
I'm like,
shame in his game.
I'm like, oh, thanks, brother, but we're okay on the booze front.
If you want to get a fresh bottle of it.
Right, yeah. It's sealed. I prefer about $15 to $20 range for a Chardonnay.
I'm not
Oaky.
trying to get the HIV or
Okay,
herpes. So
yeah.
It's okay.
And we were like, okay, thanks. And we kind of like set it down to the side because we didn't really want to engage him. And he came back. He's like, you don't want to fucking want it. He came back and like grabbed it off of the ground where we were. I'm like, please take it.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
We don't want it.
We don't want this.
Thought I made myself pretty fucking. So you and I both work in an office setting, and I feel like there's more of like a etiquette that kind of goes on, right?
Right.
There's a certain set of rules. So
It's not out in the field.
Yeah. So there's certain things like we have like a kitchenette. We have your coffee and stuff. So
Like a little kitchen.
Yeah.
Do you have a vending machine?
No.
Okay. Do you have now? I might be blowing some people's minds here, but in San Francisco, we have like free snacks. Like we'll have Cliff Bars, pretzels, trail mix that you can go up and just get for free.
Okay.
And take to your desk and have some that or some pretzels or some snacks. We have, bagels to have sometimes.
So we have
peanut butter,
obviously bagels and sourdough bread and stuff.
Right, sure.
Producing house.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
a lot of carbs.
A lot of carbs.
Okay.
So usually I don't really eat a lot of that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll have like a slice of bread, whatever.
Right.
But coffee. I tear up. We have a coffee pot,
obviously,
and I'll tear that up. And
now, is this just is it an orange handle glass like the diner Denny's coffee container?
You gotta pour it. It's like the old school buns burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at our office, we have one of the Tassimo machines, which is like these espresso machines with a little disc.
We used to have one.
And you fit in.
Homestead.
Oh, yeah. You did.
Pod thing, yeah.
We have the, no offense, the times 10, they're cranking out 100 of these a day thing. It tastes like fucking ass. It's the worst. I hate to sound like a pretentious douche from San Francisco, but the coffee smell that comes off, it literally offends my nostrils.
Okay.
But they have this, and then there was this is a month-long situation at work. They were comparing this to Nespresso, like a similar rival company.
Yeah.
They had the Nespresso people come in, give a demo. They sent a survey out. They sent an email out to survey everyone to see what they wanted. And now we have both. And then we also have the drip. You know what you're talking about.
Which
into the big.
It's the only thing we have.
The big pump. You go into the.
We have to do you pour the grounds into a filter.
Okay.
And you put that filter into the machine. You just pour a fucking thing of water.
Yeah.
You pour the water in it, and it comes out immediately. So you have to have two pots. You have the two pots.
Okay.
So, first off, my first complaint, my first rant is...
Well, hold on. What time do you get in the office? 9? 8:30? 9:30? 10?
We're talking about 6:37.
Holy shit. Certainly, I'm not even thinking about waking up. So certainly works out.
My juice wake up.
Now, are you the first wave of people that come in?
No. I'm usually second wave.
Okay, so there should have already been 1 to 2 pots made.
Already on. So,
okay.
Generally speaking, no, because it doesn't happen. So every once in a while, I come in there like, oh, fuck yes, someone made some coffee.
Okay.
And without fail, I don't know why I fall for this every time. It's one of those, you fill the filter, but they fucking filled the filter to the brim with dark roast. And we're talking, I'm pouring motor oil. It's thick. I can't see through it, through the pour.
Okay, hold on. I have a logistic question. Where are they getting the grounds from? Is it pre-ground from a bag?
And
they literally so they pour the bag in.
Usually we have like a guy who does a runner.
Okay.
And they'll buy
so he
15,
just goes to
20
Safeway.
bags of Pete's coffee, and
okay.
they'll go different flavors. So usually I have noticed I can't remember the name of it. It's a dark roast.
Just the Dickinsons from Pete's.
Major Dickinson.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's the number one. And then usually, every once in a while, they'll mix in like a medium.
Okay.
Okay, so then I had to try to give a coffee etiquette saying, or a coffee class, because they're like, I need to wake up. I'm like, well, then get the medium roast or the light roast. Oh, that's like drinking fucking water. I'm like, that has more caffeine, asshole, because, and they're like,
yeah.
But they don't want to listen to it. I need to taste my coffee. Well, which one is it? You want to wake up? You want to taste it? What the fuck is it? Anyway.
Yeah.
So the person will make a dark roast, and they'll fill up the entire
too many grounds
to the top where the grounds are like spilling over into the pot, and it's just as thick, and you taste it, and it's like, oh.
You put a spoon, it's the spoon standing up in it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even stir. So basically,
you got to cut it a little bit with some hot water.
I tried that, and it's just not enough.
Yeah.
I just put that pot, because there's 2 burners. There's a top and a bottom. So
the keep warm burner, and then... Okay.
So I'll keep this warm for whoever the fuck this is.
Some fucking idiot to come by and need
So then I make mine, which is...
Yeah.
Everyone who drinks coffee goes, oh, this is a good pot. I'm like, this is not my first.
Right.
Okay.
You should start writing like Cerny's Brew.
Yeah.
So everyone knows what's going on.
There's a couple clowns there. Who made this week's shit? I'm like, whatever it is, your shit's on the top row. Quit hating on my weak shit.
I know.
It ain't weak shit. And wake your ass up because it's fucking medium roast, you bitch. So anyway. So that's not even a complaint.
I'd like to hear it. I'm just getting riled up.
It's just a battle.
Okay.
My complaint is there's a certain person, I call him Coffee Bandit.
Ooh, go on.
They come into the office and they pour themselves a cup and they leave. We're talking like a paper thin of coffee in the pot and just leave it there.
And this is a clear glass.
It's points. There's been situations where I'm sitting at my desk and I go, "Where's coffee burning?" Because they've left so little in the pot that because the burners are on, they start to bubble and they start to condense.
So guys, ladies, you might not have this.
This Coffee Bandit is a lady.
Oh, but guys, when you piss at the urinal and you're done with your piss, you give your cock a little shake.
Yes.
Right? You get the little bits out.
Yeah.
This is what's left.
You don't want dribble.
You get the dribble. So there's just the dribble of coffee left?
That's it.
Now, chicks, I don't think you can jill your clitoris off.
If you can, let us know at chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
With photo evidence, please. Photos. We demand photos. Because you don't believe it.
I mean, I don't
but
believe
guys,
that.
you've been at the urinal, you finish your big healthy piss, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna zip up. You're like, hold on, let me give it a shake or two, and sure enough, you would have pissed your shorts if you didn't give the shake. This is how much piss is left in Cerny's coffee, but it's coffee.
That's it.
So, how do you know it's a woman? Have you got visual?
I did get. So I started doing a survey, like who. So I had a suspect.
How many people in your office? First of all,
there's about
20, 50, 100.
No, there's only about maybe 15.
Oh
10 to 15.
Okay.
So it's
you
sample size.
You went crime dog on this
I
shit
did.
then. Okay.
I did. So I had a suspect.
Okay.
And they happened to be gone. And it was still happening. I was like,
Oh.
hypothesis debunked.
Right.
Scratch. Go back to the drawing
Okay.
board. And then I noticed there was a certain time, because this person comes in later than everybody else.
Okay.
And they come in and they go straight to the coffee pot.
Okay.
And that's when I know when the time. I was like, okay. So I posted steak,
Uh-huh.
caught him, said, hey, are you going to fill that pot up? There's coffee still in here. I said,
No.
for a
come on.
fucking bird. So we had a
Yeah.
shitty exchange, and I had a crowd that was cheering me on in
Good.
another office.
Good.
Go get
Yeah.
him, which only added fuel to this argument.
That's good.
And still to this day, it didn't sink in.
They don't do it still?
No, there's no. Again, it's just like the hobo. No shame in that game. They're still
Now-
So I even did a demonstration. They said there's still coffee in the pot, and I said, I get that. So I said, give me a fresh cup. Get it. I poured the entire pot. and
Just
it was-
like, what, an inch? A quarter
yeah, it
inch?
was about an inch.
Yeah.
I said,
You gonna fucking drink this?
Are you gonna fill the rest with milk? I
Right.
said, well, you can add milk to that. I said, for what? For fucking half a cup? All milk?
Oh.
That was our. But no, still.
And
to
this
day,
person doesn't?
still doesn't seem. No, there was still coffee in there.
This is a huge problem. So there's this pretty funny article that came out. Funny as in, like, not really
Hee-hee or
funny.
ha-ha?
I'm going to go haha as in H-A-H-A. During the kayaking, event, a kayaker was capsized. His paddle, he hit a submerged sofa that was hidden in the water, like, because all this
That's-
trash and shit's in there.
that's insane.
He hit a fucking sofa in there, and it caused him to crash out of his race. Like, holy fuck! Can you believe this?
No. And what do you do in that situation? Is that just field of play? Or
He's done. Like, his Olympic dreams are squashed because some country
sofa.
is,
Oh,
letting their fucking thing go to waste with the sofa business and just trash in there. I mean, every time when I watch the news, they're just scooping, like, there's just raw, it's legit raw sewage out of there. It's fucking
raw soup,
disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't do it.
I was watching the Olympics today, and they had beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, the sand has been sifted and
Oh,
cleaned.
there's
and,
no hypodermics in there.
no.
I'm sure there's a couple.
Yeah.
Did they have, not softball, volleyball have their booties? Were their booties hanging out?
Those dudes.
Were their booties hanging out?
Yeah. Well,
What do
yes,
guys
yes.
wear? They wear the board shorts.
Board shorts and tank tops.
Now the women's volleyball, they wear like next to nothing. The women's beach volleyball.
They wear like a bikini, I guess.
Oh Christ! I'd want to be. I'd be watch the matchup that I want to see: Puerto Rico versus Brazil. I'd want to be the laundry guy running those bikinis, dude. Just taking a big old whiff after watching. Oh, jeez. I couldn't imagine all the ass that's in there.
That is an assful.
Basket pelota, which was in the 1900 Summer Olympics. Only 2 teams competed and only 1 match was played. The score was unknown and it was held on June 14th. What the fuck? France versus Spain. There was only 2. Spain won the gold. It kind of looks like squash, like they have a big squash. This is crazy. How could that even get in? Cricket.
Because it's real.
Cricket. No, these are discontinued.
Oh, disco.
And that was only played in 1900.
I'm sorry.
1900, the year.
You're right.
Yeah. Now, this happens every year. Or, we see this with Greece now, where you see pictures. This is the opening ceremony stadium that they paid $20 million for, and here it is now, it's a fucking Burger King, or like, this type of thing. I don't know why the Olympic Committee picks these second and third world countries to, it kind of sucks to say, but it needs to be in a first world country that can, one, handle it and not fuck it up. Maintain the thing that they're building. Like, if
the waterways and have a sofa in the water.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. If the games were in Florida and they built a baseball stadium, or they could use one of the Marlins stadiums or the Ray Stadium for the baseball, and they use this for the football stadium or the track and field.
Work with,
And, I can't believe how much money they probably spent in Rio to build a huge soccer stadium or a huge track and field thing. And I guarantee in 4 years it's going to be a dump.
It's going to be gone, yeah.
And that's just money. Like, what happened? Where that money gets spent? Like, it's just insane to even think about it.
It is. It's a waste of money. Chip concern.
Yeah. Bring it. So, I guess we can only hold the United States. Can only be in the United States. And there's tons of, people in Rio saying, a lot of athletes are tweeting that, like, the villages are not, they're getting their shit stolen from there. This one basketball player on the Australian team said he had to, like, hang his own shower curtain up. Yeah. There was no shower curtain, so he had to do that himself.
The whole neighborhood looks a little dingy.
Yeah, it's just, there's not a lot of great stuff going on here, and for some reason they are insistent. I get you can't say, well, hold on, we got a year before the Olympics. Rio, you guys fucked up. Here, we'll have someone else
you would
take
think a
over.
year would be plenty of time, but to fix any kind of shortfall, but really not.
It's just so, it just seems so corrupt and fucked.
Oh, yeah. Walking into the money.
Yeah, that's all. They wanted their huge bid of what they paid for it, and they don't follow through, or they're probably fucking it up for all the other countries that are trying to do that.